All right. So we're already recording. We'll go ahead and get started, you guys. Thanks for chatting and thanks for jumping on. What are we, the last day in July? How exciting is that, you guys? How do you feel about, just by a thumbs up or whatever, how do you feel your month went? Are you happy with it? You feel like you could do better? Are you?
Right here.
You're right there. Okay.
I'm right there.
Awesome.
Thumbs up.
Oh, who was that? That was, I know who that was. That was Alicia. I know that voice from high school.
I'm on, but you can't see me because I'm preparing for a presentation right now, and I'm multitasking.
That's good, multitask. What we're going to do, you guys, is I just want to, first of all, since Alicia, congrats on, she's a new coach. This was her first month, pushing for Success Club 5.
I got it.
Did you get it?
I just got a sale 5 minutes ago.
Shut up. That was like Renee last month. You are, good job, girl. What's more important, and Alicia, she's really in it. She has dived like feet first, ready to go, head first, whatever you say, ready to go. And I love it.
Or like head first, I hit my head.
Well, head first, yeah. So I said it right. Head first, or no, I didn't. Anyway, it is not easy, And Alicia, she'll just message me and just keep in contact. And that's why I think you're doing so well right out the gate, is because you're asking questions and you are, you're going for it. It's not like you call me and say, oh, I got to call Coach Relations. Things have happened with her and she's just taken the initiative and called Coach Relations. Hopefully doesn't get too irritated. I mean, as a new person in the business and having to call Coach Relations as many times as you've called and dealt with them, I applaud you for not just saying F you and, I'm over this, screw this, Kessler, this is a joke. So hang in there. Things are always going to iron out. Me and Ronnie were talking about it earlier, and we've called Coach Relations so many times. And this is my suggestion. If you guys call and you can't hear, like, if, you're having a language barrier, I would just honestly say that and hang up and call back. Okay? So, because if you're getting frustrated, they're not going to get anywhere with you, and they're not going to go out of their way to help you with whatever you need to help with. So,
right.
Shout out to you, Alicia. That's exciting. I'm super proud of you. Success Club, her first month. You're on your way to a free ticket to Summit.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I was talking to this girl at work for the whole month, and she actually did one of my workout classes when it first started in March, and she seemed really excited. And then she's like, well, I'm doing HCG program or something, and I had a shake and share at work last Wednesday, and so I did that, and I invited like probably 13 people, and 4 people showed up. But then like 3 or 4 people were like, oh, I was at a meeting, I couldn't come. So I'm like, well, that's okay. I saved you one. And then so I just took the shake out of my shaker cup and put it in little Dixie cups and shared it with as many people as I could. Awesome. So I just was like, just try it. It's really good. And I made it, like a really chocolate mocha one. So the 3 o'clock kind of pick me up type shake.
Wow. That's awesome, girl. I've been a coach for almost 3 years and I've never had a shake and share. So, I mean, you go, girl. That's a smart idea. Anything to get it out there, because you haven't been drinking Shakeology for that long. And I know, you're waiting for your vegan to come in. So way to promote it without being pushy and salesy. That was like really way to go, girl. I'm so excited for you.
The only problem I'm having is like the question I've got like 3 times, and I'm full blowing my way through it, but everybody wants to know, why doesn't the packets come in 30 packets? Why is it only 24?
Right. So
they say you want me to drink this every day, but it only comes 24. And I'm like, well, just, split the first one, split the second one or something. But that's really not fair.
No, the reason is, think about it, packaging. Okay. So it's going to cost them more money to make individual packets, except instead of one big packet, So, yeah. And the box, so you're having just packaging is totally different. So,
right. Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say that out loud. And I was just like, okay.
And if somebody is just getting, like, say they know they want the chocolate, like I know that I want, and I'm sure the other coaches know, you guys have your flavor that you like and you get the bag. And if I go on vacation, guess what I do? I'd scoop it into a snack bag, zip it up, and you can take it on the airplane. I mean, we've done that for Summit or anywhere. So, I always suggest that. When people are ordering, I always suggest getting it in the bag on HD. That's how I say it. Just to throw that out there. they can cancel anytime on the HD. So what I'm starting to do is I have this, and I think we talked about it before, you know, this Shakeology tracker. So, you know, you can go through like the first, let's see, and I haven't been diligent with it. The first month, like just notes throughout the first month of their Shakeology. And like my friend Judy's on it. She's down 8 pounds and 5 freaking inches. Shakeology.
Wow.
That's it. Shakeology alone. She's not working out. I mean, she's a busy nurse, but that's what she's doing. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have a Shakeology tracker here. So with the packets and stuff, I always suggest getting a bag unless, even if they're like, well, I want to take it to work. Who cares? Scoop it in unless they want different flavors. That's the only reason why I would ever suggest getting the packets. And after the first time they get different flavors, they're going to find the flavor that they like, and they can alternate bags every month. You know, they can switch it out to vanilla, to chocolate. So,
yeah.
You know.
And that's what I was telling her, that you can, you know, I said, it's no fee to cancel it if you hate it. I said, and also you can change your flavor if you find out in the middle of the month, oh, this is gross.
Right.
Then you can just change it. So.
Yeah. Right. I always tell people, you know, and I'm sure you guys, the older coaches do too, it's going to take a few days to like it. You know, you're going to have to find the right combination, the right, you know, your taste buds today might be different and then in 3 weeks or whatever. So you're always keep going. Just keep trying it. Do it every day. You know, it's really healthy for you. Somebody was asking today, why do you drink Shakeology? What would you say if you were in the elevator? And I'm like, well, you know, it's my go-to breakfast that gives me that jump start I need. And my body thanks me for it. You know, I mean, what do you think, Ron?
Yeah, it makes you feel healthier after a while drinking.
Just having stories like that. So I want you guys to think, if you're struggling with selling, you know, getting people to have Shakeology, you know, of course the price is huge, and everyone gets that. Every top coach still gets that objection. But, you know, think about in like one sentence what Shakeology means to you, and then share that. You know, it's all about sharing your story or other people's stories and testimonials. So, all right, awesome. I do want to give a shout out to Arlene too. She's a new coach as well. She has had a crazy month, jumped in and then had just a crazy month. But I love this girl. I'm so excited to have her on our team. I met her at Hookahville like 2.5 summers ago. I don't know when it was, 2 summers ago. And I'm just so excited to be on this journey with her. She is about to sell her mom a challenge pack because her mom's ready to work out and do Shakeology, which is going to bring me into the first thing. So welcome, Arlene. I'm so excited. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about, and, you know, Renee or Echo, or, you know, if you guys have something to add, please add in. But like Arlene asked me, you know, well, what do you recommend for my mom? She's, I don't know, 52 years old or 50 whatever, and she has bad wrists. So initially I thought, this is what you should say. Okay, PiYo, 52, you know, PiYo to me, low impact, great, right? So let me open up my Facebook over here so I can read off this. Oh, I lost you guys. There you go. I want to get to there's like simple things, you know, that I told her to do first. You know, ask her, we know she has limitation of her wrists. Okay, so you're just going to ask her simple questions, you know, to find out more information instead of like my first initial thought was PiYo. Well, PiYo's not going to be good because her wrists are bad. All right, so you think, all right, how long, you know, when's the last time you exercise? What do you like? Do you like dancing? Do you like cardio? Are you liking weightlifting? You know, we know her limitations. And I always ask, like, what have you done recently? And obviously you start with like what your goal is, but most people are going to come to you and they're going to want to lose weight. I mean, wouldn't you say, Renee, that's your most thing, that people want to lose weight?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I think most people just want to lose weight or tone up. So those are the things that I ask always. And then I'm always, once you find that out, then you're going to go to your video library in your back office and you're going to click English and you're going to go over to products and you are going to look through these video programs and suggest to them. So that means you're going to have to know a little bit about each video. And you can find all that information in your back office. If you go underneath the business tab, or no, not the business tab, it's probably the sales and marketing. You'll be able to find all that information, compare now it's driving me nuts. You can compare, you know, programs if you don't know about them. So that's why it's important to be a product of the products. You know about these programs, always building your library. So once you find out if they're like Dancy, they're like cardio, you know, of course, the first thing you think of Dancy, hip hop abs, right? Hip hop abs, Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, depending on their fitness level. And then you're going to send them that video and say, okay, I'm going to go ahead. When you get done watching this, let me know what you guys, you know, let me know what you think. And it's as simple as that. Or Tummy Migrant says, and I probably should do the same thing, is, hey, do you have a minute to watch this quick video? You know, and then they say yes. All right, well, go ahead and watch it, or let me know when you're going to watch it, and I can follow up with you. You guys, we always want to follow up when we send those videos out to them. So if they watched it and you didn't hear back from them that day, I always go the next morning. I did it today. Hey, girl, you know, just curious, did you watch that PIO video clip? She's like, yeah, I did. I just had to talk it over with my husband. Okay? You just always want to follow up. Always want to know, you know, what direction you're going to point them to. Just because you like T25 does not mean, you know, somebody else is going to want to do T25. So you've got to get to understand, you know, their wants and their needs and their goals. Make sense? We good on that? All right. Do you guys know, this was something I was talking, I think, with Arlene too, about, like, if somebody ordered, and I know me and Karen have talked about this, someone's ordering from you, it doesn't show up in your back office. If it doesn't show up right away, you always can go to the previous back office, the previous office view or whatever. They'll pop up there probably first. So, like, my husband just sold his first challenge pack. I forgot to congratulate him. Without my help, he did it. It was his aunt. So I'm excited for him. But like, she ordered and it obviously didn't go through, because I woke up the next morning excited to see 2 points for him, and it was 0. So we just had to go back in there. If you don't see something, you guys always be checking your back office to see if that order went through. And if not, either you're going to have to reorder, or what could have happened is they already had a coach. You know, maybe they signed up 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago for a free coach, and they completely have never contacted them, or, you know, nothing. You can always switch them over to you. So I think Arlene just...
I'm sorry to interrupt. How do you get to that back office?
Your office is...
Well, I know the office part, but, like, it's not showing up on my main one right now. And I didn't know where it would show up. You said back office.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Let me say that again. So you have, if you go to the coach tab,
right,
and then it says coach online office or previous office view.
Okay.
So sometimes, like, his aunt's order didn't show up in the online office, so we went to the previous office view, and then there it was. So it just, I don't know why they have that, but I don't know why they have that. It's been like that ever since I started. And if you don't see it over there, then they might have gone to another assigned coach, and then it's very easy to do a live chat and get them sent over to you. So
okay, I see it there. Cool.
Awesome. So, and same thing with a customer that ordered, let's say, a challenge pack, and even though they went to your website, it very well, if they already had an account with Beachbody, it could have gone to that other coach. So don't ever worry about that if that happens. All you have to do is get their email address and either the last 4 digits of their credit card or their order confirmation. And you do a live chat. I can help you with that. If that ever happens to you, I can help you with that. And then they'll just switch you over that customer, the Success Club point, and the commissions. So don't feel like, oh crap, they didn't order from me, and I can't coach them, and I'm screwed out of all that. You're not. It's very easily taken care of. Let me say this too for new coaches. If when you sign up your first 2 coaches, you're going to want to make sure that you sign them up on opposite legs. So if you're not familiar with the business tab, that's the very first, when you hit my business, the very first it says preferred placement. You want to be looking at preferred placement the first time on your right, the next time on your left, or vice versa. But you want to change those up. You only have 72 hours to switch that once you sign up a new coach. And that's super, super, super important. So I want to say that. All right. Let's see. We talked about this. Do you guys all, like, Echo and Renee, do you guys use referring links, or do you send people to your website and then give them step-by-step instructions?
I used to do like send them to my website with the step-by-step, but Jamie, thank God, like did the whole thing for me with the links. So I've been using that instead now, which is so much easier.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Echo, do you do the same thing?
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Do you?
I did. Jamie made them to me, and I guess some of them she left on her own number because the girl said, "Oh, I got Jamie Peterson."
Oh, we can switch her.
Yeah, I know, but I told her she just backed out and went back into the other one.
Okay. This is another thing that, you know, you should always just double check it before you send it. So especially a challenge pack.
Right.
And of course, then as a coach, if we're signed in, we can't order a challenge pack. So if you tried to copy and paste a link for a challenge pack and you're signed into your account, it won't send you there. So you always want to make sure you're signed out of your Beachbody account. But I always test the links just in case something like that happens. And even if you didn't catch it before the order went through, again, we'll be able to switch her right over with a little bit of information from them. Totally easy.
Kessa, do you have the link for the coaching codes where you can just type in your, you have that?
Yeah, all it is, and Jamie does something else. I don't think she's on the call. It's www.coachingcodes.com.
Okay, so you have that too. Okay, that is awesome because you can just type yours in, and the entire everything from Beachbody comes up, and all you have to do is copy and paste yours.
Yep.
That's excellent too.
I use it all the time. But as a new coach, they didn't have that, and I did not use it, and I kind of felt people were getting, you know, stumbles. It's like go here, go here. Like Ronnie's aunt, you know, she's older and she's not into the computers at all. It gets her all
my mom's not either.
Yeah, she gets her all flustered and she don't want nothing to do with it. So it would have been easier just to send her the direct link. So I guess I need to make Ronnie coaching code link. What a pain.
Yeah.
I had a problem getting to it.
Yeah, it gets hard getting to it. So, all right, let's see. So Alicia, or any new coaches or anybody that's not using just do www.coachingcodes.com if Jamie hasn't given you, and then you just punch in your coach ID and it spits it out, save it to a document. And then anytime you have somebody that's going to go and order, you just go and copy and paste that link, send it to them, check it, then send it to them, and you'll be good to go.
Awesome.
So we talked about that. All right. One thing, I know Renee, we were talking about how killer she is with her nutrition, and I think I really idolize her for how great and strict she is, and I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You are motivating me. Every one of these fitness programs, you know, remember they come with a nutrition guide, whether or not we use them and stick to them is, you know, up to us, but they are there and they're going to tell you exactly how many calories that you need that day according to the workout that you're going to be doing throughout the program. And like a lot of them now are telling you it's like actual portion sizes where it's not as hard. So the 21-day fix is easy, PiYo is easy, T25 has a really easy nutrition plan. There's a lot that aren't overwhelming. P90X3 was a little hard. Body Beast, I don't know, that's a little hard. P90X and Insanity, terribly hard. So they've gotten easier. So utilize those and make sure that your challengers are, you know, if they're struggling with not losing weight or plateauing, you know, it's nutrition. That's what it is. That's where I'm at right now. It is nutrition, and it's time to jumpstart. Shakeology isn't it? You know, it's just to fill those gaps. It's not to lose all this weight and nothing else. So, and you guys all know that. You know what that's all about. So let's see. I'm sorry. I'm staring at my notes. Scripts. I have this document. I need to add it to Team Empower Dropbox, and I can do it in the files on our page of scripts. And if I do it on the file on the page, you guys can add, like Renee and Echo or whoever else. If you guys have great scripts of what you're saying to people and how you're closing them, let's go ahead and add it to the document so we can all learn from each other. New coaches can look at it and gather information. I went really basic. I mean, really
But
basic.
that helped me huge, so that I meant to tell you that helped. Just the little 2-liner you gave me helped me sell today.
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
It was awesome.
Awesome. It's seriously, you don't have to, like, when you overload them with information, they run. You know, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that you're going to shit good and you're going to, you know, all this. They don't want to hear that, you know. That's why it's important to have your story about Shakeology, even if you do poop good. But, you know, have your story. But even before, you should be knowing, because you're listening and you're asking questions, you should know what is going to back them into the trailer. You know, like you're backing a horse into that trailer. They're doing it themselves. So if you're listening, you know, like, oh, I never eat breakfast and I'm so tired, you know, midday, and I'm drinking coffee all day long, and, or I got the munchies at night before I go to bed. I mean, you know, that's a nutritional gap that needs to be filled, and Shakeology would be perfect for filling that. So you don't have to tell them all these reasons why. 1 or 2 lines, that's it. And always end with questions. Don't you guys think questions are...
Yeah, open-ended, yep.
Open-ended. What I love, let's see over here, I mean, you know, what do you think about that? How does that sound? You know, in these scripts, you guys, the more you do it, longer you're coaching, like Echo and Renee, and I don't know who else is on here, even Ronnie, having a video to share, and I know that might be scary, but having a video of like how to make Shakeology, you know, that you can send to these people, a welcome video. If you're starting to get customer leads, a welcome video. When you're sending these customer leads on the, you know, from Beachbody, I always add a welcome video, and I probably need to update it. But that way they can see us eye to eye. You know, they know that you're real if you have a video to show them. I've sent videos about coach. I think I sent Alicia a video about like why I became a coach, or like my coaching journey. You know, you can make videos about what Shakeology's done for you, all these different things. I think videos, you guys, are really huge in closing, and they got to be short. They can't be 10 minutes something. They got to be short enough that people are going to be like, oh, wow. You know, does that make sense? They look you in your eyes, and just 1 or 2 lines, and always end in a question. You know, have you ever considered is huge, huge, huge. Have you ever considered joining one of my challenge groups? No, tell me about your challenge groups. Oh, they're totally fun, you know, and just go. They're fun. What do you like about them? What do you think they like about them? You know, they're fun. They're motivating. We swap recipes. We keep each other accountable. You know, hey, you might even meet a new friends and make a lifetime friends. You know, who knows? You know, things like that. I mean, look, me and Renee and Alicia all went to Anchor Bay. How are we all in this triangle? How are we all on the phone together?
Crazy.
I mean, it's totally nuts. And then all her coaches are from Anchor Bay, and they're like, hey, Nicole's like, wait a minute, Alicia, because that girl that you posted that picture of me and Parker, she's like, Kessa, Kim was a cheerleader at Anchor Bay. And I'm like, yeah, I went to Anchor Bay. She's like, are you serious? You know?
Kim, cheerleader with my sister, Michelle.
Kim Parker was? That's so funny.
Michelle who? Michelle List.
Well, Tarian is my maiden name. When did you graduate?
I graduated in 97.
So you might know my sister Jill. Jill Tarian.
Doesn't sound familiar, but I don't have any.
Do you know Rich Moffitt?
I remember that name. High school wasn't fun for me, so I don't really, I didn't have any friends or didn't, you know.
Yes, you did.
Attend regularly.
All right, we can have a reunion next time.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
All right, the last thing I want to talk about, you guys, and then we're going to jump off here. We got 6 minutes, is Echo brought this to my attention, and she just wanted to know, you know, basically how to lead your team. Her team's starting to grow. She has excited coaches underneath her. I'm going to tell you, and Renee can probably speak to, it's not easy. Okay, leading, it took me a long time until really after this past summit that, Kessa, what the hell are you doing? You're a leader. You know, I think it comes with self-confidence, trusting that, you know, I deserve to be here and people are looking at me because I know something they might not know and I can help them. But for me, Echo, it was really more of a personal thing of how do I lead? And then leading, once you get beyond that, I don't know if that's how you're feeling or not. But once you get over your ego, get over yourself, as Danny Johnson would say, it's really just doing things every single day, you know, running challenge groups, plugging in every day to the challenge group, which I've slacked on my challenge groups. Thanks for Jennifer Green and Renee this week, because you guys have helped pick up my slack big time. I promise I will be back in there and get down a track of when we're posting. Running team trainings, or if you have people in trainings, you know, you need to be showing up there, and Echo, you were doing that, showing up there and answering their questions. Things like that. Lead for God's sake, personal development, I think, and I know you guys, we kick it around constantly and it's almost so annoying. Sometimes I feel annoying talking about personal development, but Ronnie and I were sitting outside just a little while ago, and it's like, we've changed so much, where we might have used to gotten into an argument over something because of these books that we're reading. And who knew, if you were reading these books, how much your communication changes with people, your tone changes with people, how you posture yourself is totally different, how your confidence grow. I can't believe that I've gotten that from a book or many books. And if anything that I find the best about Beachbody and being a coach and working with you guys and, you know, changing the lives that we're changing, is that I got to change my whole being. You know, I've changed who I am completely. You know, that sassy firecracker that you remember in high school, Alicia, she's still there. Don't worry. She's still there, but
No, she's not. She's all prim and proper now.
yeah, I'm a party animal, but I've learned to deal with situations, with communication, and more so just a personal level. You know, I'm a stepmom and having to deal with the mama drama after all these years, you know, and, you know, me and Echo talk about this on our drives to places. You know, it's not easy. And I think every single day, I know it's for personal development, talking to the kids better, not having such a bad negative tone and attitude, and catching yourself when it does happen and apologizing for it. It all comes from personal development. That's how I learned how to lead. What do you think, Echo? I mean, does that, I know you do personal development.
Well, good. I gotta.
And the thing with it is we can jump on these calls and listen to the National Coach Call and get on, you know, YouTube videos and listen to top coaches and run our own team. If we're not, not running your own team, but if you're not living it, you know, if you're just reading it, listening to it, but you're not breathing, eating, living it every single day or 90% of the time, like, it's not going to work. You've wasted your time. You know, you can't just listen to Danny Johnson gems and not apply it. You know, you can't, I've done tons of Danny Johnson training. You have to listen to it. What are you reading? How to Win Friends and Influence People. You know, it's hard as heck. I've tried to read it. It's a hard book to read. I've listened to it on audio a long, long time ago, but he's applying it. Where before he always thought he was right and I was never right. So now he's realized. And so today I even said to him this evening, I was like, you know, all these years you put me through this, you know, all these years. And he looks at me and he's like, sorry, babe, it's personal development. Like, to me, that's bigger than any paycheck. That is bigger than any paycheck I could get, is that, holy cow, not only am I growing, but he's growing. So that's, I think, how I learned to lead. I feel like I have the confidence now to do it. And Summit was huge. Going to that hobby versus career seminar was huge. So plug in, you guys, plug in. I know you're going to hate. Summer will tell you, I hated personal development. I was not doing it. There was just no way I was ever going to do personal development. And you got to start doing it. I've been totally in a funk. And then I realized yesterday I'm totally off schedule. I need to realign my goals. So I got my calendar out and wrote everything down we have going on this month. And then I just scheduled out my day to get me back on track. I wasn't 100%, but I was better than what I have been. And I just hit a squirrel. I don't even know what I was saying. Sorry, you guys. All right. Anyway, that's how we lead. I hope that helps. just moving forward with personal development, the more you do it, inviting people, the more people that you have underneath you and you're working with and you're showing on the rope, the more challengers that you have, your confidence is going to build. The more results you're going to get, and you're going to feel amazing, and it'll be like a piece of cake. And plus, Summer gives us tons of information, so as soon as I get my hands on it, you know you guys will have it.
Okay.
That's even better. So awesome. Do you guys have any other questions? I'm going to add, like I said, I'm going to add these scripts into the file so you guys can use them and add to them. Sweet. All right, guys. If there's no questions, thanks for jumping on. We're going to jump out of here. Bye.